My goal is to save enough money to do the things I want to do, to work doing the things I enjoy. But it's not to stop working altogether. And I think that's an important distinction because I think a lot of people want to have a lot of money. I think a lot of people imagine things like winning the lottery and just having this big lump sum of money and thinking, I'll never have to work again. And alas, a lot of that is just because you hate your job. And I get that. But think really hard about what it would be like to never work. And when I say work, I mean not working of any kind. Just sitting around leisurely, strolling, sitting around. Some of y'all like to smoke weed, eat good food. If that's all you did all day, even if you had the money to do it, what do you think would happen to your brain? You see, and the reason I ask this is because I used to have the ability to do this. See, way back when, there was a time where my wife worked and I didn't. And I could have continued to not work, but I realized at a certain point that it wasn't that I didn't want to work. I just wasn't happy with the work I was doing. And I don't think enough people realize how important work can be for your well-being. Again, I know a lot of y'all, when you hear the word work, you think the job you hate. That's not the only kind of work there is. This, contrary to popular belief, despite what a lot of y'all think, there are people who exist who actually like what they do for a living. Now, those people are not the majority, and those people probably don't talk about it very often, but they do exist. And I think in the world of social media too, we don't see the people who like what they do because a lot of us curate our algorithms to this world of misery that we can relate to. A lot of us will act as if social media is an escape, but then we escape to things that are exactly mirroring what we already experience. So a lot of times, people who like their jobs get drowned out, but they do exist. And I think what those people realize is that life, all of life, is some form of work. Things that are worthwhile are going to cost you some type of struggle or strain in some way. It's not about eliminating struggle altogether. It's about figuring out what things you're willing to struggle for. And I just realized that after watching my body, my mind kind of deteriorate. Listen, when I didn't work, I sat around, I drank until I decided I didn't want to drink anymore. I would drink, and then I got into like edibles. I was really heavy into edibles like a few years ago, and I used to do edibles all the time. And the only thing that happened from me doing all that was, yeah, I was relaxed, but relaxed really turned into turning my brain off. See, a lot of us are accustomed to feeling good, meaning us not thinking. And I just realized that if I was going to be an active parent, an active husband, somebody who had dreams and hopes and aspirations, I couldn't spend all of my days like that. There is a certain amount of time, like the same thing with vacations. A lot of people like to travel and take vacations. If the only thing you do though, if the only thing you do is take vacations, if the only thing you do is go travel to somewhere exotic, that thing will lose its shine eventually. You have to realize that the part of vacationing that makes it really exciting is that you don't do it all the time. It's a special occasion, just like we teach this to our 4-year-old, like candy. If all you ate was candy, you'd be sick. But sparingly, it can be really delicious, fun treat, and your body can take it. You have to have reasonable expectations for where you're going. And I don't want anyone to think that if you just grind a lot, that there's going to be a time with your money that you just will sit on your ass and for the next 20 years not do anything. You can even see this kind of in the data on retirees. People who actually make it to the retirement age, retire, and then sit, tend to die quicker. The people who have their minds engaged in things that are challenging will live longer. Now, I don't have the source. Y'all go look it up. I'm not about to provide all that for y'all, but I firmly believe there's truth to that. You have to be actively engaged in something that, one, you like, and two, that's going to challenge you. So when you look out at your life and you say, what is it that I want out of this life? Sure, some of that should be picturing yourself sitting up, laid up, having a good time. But that can't be all there is. What about your family? What about your community? What about your own hopes and aspirations for yourself? With all that time, you're telling me that the only thing you want to do is sit on your ass? There's more to life than that. That's all I'm saying. There's more to life than that. And although a lot of us don't like the jobs, that doesn't mean that work itself is the problem. You just haven't found the thing you like to do. Me, for one, I can't wait to work on flips. I want to do that. Yeah, it's hard, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. There's plenty of work out here that a lot of us would enjoy. We have to find that thing and then save up enough money so we can make that our thing. The goal is finding work you love, not eliminating work altogether. Remember that. I'll talk to y'all later.